Friend, have you ever felt the pain of betrayal? That feeling of having the ground ripped out from under your feet, of questioning everything you believed to be right. I know exactly what that feels like. But let me tell you something. You may not know. All this pain can be the beginning of your greatest rebirth. When trust is broken, you have two options. You can wallow in that pain, or you can take that pain and turn it into fuel. Fuel to become an even stronger, more powerful and absolutely irresistible version of yourself. And today, I'm going to show you how to do that. Get ready, because what's coming next is a true awakening. You're going to learn how to transform hurt into strength, disappointment into art, and betrayal into a new beginning that will exude power and seduction. But stay with me. What I'm going to share here will make you look at your story in a whole new way. And if you stay with me until the end, in the last minute of this video, I'll tell you the secret that made me rise from the ashes. And this secret can do the same for you. Now, my friend, let's do an exercise together. Take a piece of paper and write this sentence. I am greater than my pain. I am a masterpiece in the making. Repeat this to yourself 70 times until you feel these words jumping off the paper and entering you, transforming every cell in your body. Are you ready for this journey? So, take a deep breath and come with me, because the transformation you are about to experience will surprise you. My friend, take a deep breath. Now listen carefully. You know that moment when the world slows down, the silence screams, and all you want is to reconnect with yourself? Well, that's it. This is your calling, an invitation to dive deep, to free yourself, to find yourself again. And let me tell you something. I've been there. I've felt the pain of betrayal. I've lost myself in doubts. I've wondered if my light had gone out. But it was at that exact moment in the midst of chaos that I discovered my greatest truth. Pain doesn't define me. It makes me stronger. Every tear, every scar, every wound that seemed impossible to heal, they didn't break me. They shaped me. And the same can happen to you. But for that, you need to allow yourself to feel, without filters, without fear, without shame. Because, my friend, your power is born when you accept all the colors of your being, even the ones that scare you. Do you know what's truly revolutionary? Looking inside and having the courage to face everything they told you weren't capable of overcoming. Breaking the invisible chains that prevent you from shining. Opening yourself up to the unknown. Surrendering yourself to the process, and emerging stronger, more powerful, more you. Now close your eyes for a moment. Visualize the incredible woman you've always wanted to be. It's already inside you. You just need to make room for this version to flourish. And I want you to take that first step now. Leave in the comments what inside you needs to be reborn. Share this energy. Together we will transform pain into power, scars into strength, and vulnerability into an uncontrollable fire of authenticity. Your time has come. Wake up, shine, live with all the intensity you were born to have. Girlfriend, betrayal is fire. It burns inside, tears at the soul, makes us question everything, our history, our worth, even who we are. I know, because I felt it firsthand. It's like your heart is being shattered in front of the whole world. But before I could turn this pain into power, I had to face it head on. No masks, no running away. Just me and the naked truth. What about you? Have you ever felt this? That tightness in your chest when you realize that the trust you gave has been thrown away, that every word said in the past has lost its meaning. It's cruel. Betrayal hurts because it steals our security, makes us doubt love, truth, and worse, ourselves. And what's our first reaction? Ignore it. Pretend everything is fine. Try to move on as if nothing happened. But let me tell you something. Pretending, it doesn't hurt, doesn't make the pain go away. So what if I told you there is another way? Not the path of the victim, but of the protagonist, the owner of her own story. Before you turn this disappointment into strength, you need to look at it, feel it, process it, scream, cry, punch the pillow if you need to. You have every right to feel this pain. What you don't have the right to do is diminish yourself, to let this wound define who you are. Do you know when everything changed? For me, when I stopped asking myself, why did this happen to me? And started asking, what am I going to do with this? I could either wallow in sadness or use this pain as a springboard. I chose to grow. The pain forced me to look at myself in a way I had never looked at myself before. Who am I beyond this disappointment? Who am I beyond this story they tried to write for me? Now I ask you, what is this pain trying to teach you? Because there is a lesson there, and if you see it, my friend, everything changes. Shall we do an exercise together? Close your eyes, take a deep breath, feel the pain that hurt you. Now imagine that pain turning into light inside you. That light is your truth. It's your strength. It's you being reborn. Are you ready to take the next step? In the next chapter, I'll show you how this vulnerability can become your most powerful weapon. But first, tell me, what did this betrayal awaken within you? Leave a comment, because together, we'll transform pain into power. Have you ever felt like you needed to hide your pain? As if showing fragility was the same as losing value? I have. And for a long time, I tried to mask it. I built walls. I dressed myself in unshakable strength. I pretended nothing affected me. But one day, it hit me. Being vulnerable didn't make me weak. On the contrary, it was my greatest strength. Pain makes us real. When betrayal hits us, the first reaction is to close ourselves off, put on armor, pretend we didn't feel it. But ironically, it's exactly the opposite that sets us free. Vulnerability doesn't diminish you, it connects you. It makes you magnetic, powerful, intense. Now think about the most memorable moments in your life, the ones that made your heart race, your skin crawl, your soul vibrate. They were moments where you allowed yourself to feel, love, surrender, weren't they? Passion, desire, true connection. All of this only exists when we take off the mask and show ourselves as we really are. When I understood this, my art changed, my power changed, my life changed. What was once pain became strength. What was once fear became magnetism. But how do you turn vulnerability into seduction? Authenticity is irresistible. People don't connect with forced perfection. They connect with the truth, with the real story behind the surface. When you embrace who you are without fear or shame, no one can look away from you. The mystery lies in the truth. Being vulnerable isn't about exposing yourself in any way. It's about knowing that your story has depth and intensity. Those who master this art also master the desire, attention, and energy of any place they enter. The look speaks 1,000 words. Have you ever noticed how a person who is confident in their own skin has a mesmerizing look? This comes from surrender, from the freedom of not needing to prove anything to anyone, just being. Now I want you to do something for me. Take a deep breath. Look in the mirror. Face this incredible woman who has been through so much and is still here, stronger than ever. She doesn't need to hide. She doesn't need to diminish herself. She is power itself. Are you ready to transform your story into your greatest weapon? In the next chapter, we'll take this energy to a new level, a portal of creation, art, and reinvention. But first, tell me, what makes you feel irresistible? Right here in the comments. I want to know. Betrayal can be the end, or it can be the most powerful new beginning of your life. It can destroy you, trap you in the past, or it can be exactly the push you needed to become a stronger, more intense, more authentic version of yourself. The pain that made me fall was the same one that taught me to fly. I could have drowned in suffering. I could have let disappointment make me doubt, love, surrender myself. But I chose a different path. I transformed my pain into art, my hurt into music, my story into inspiration. What hurts inside you needs to come out. If you swallow that pain, it weighs you down, weakens you, imprisons you. But if you transform it into words, into dance, into art, into strength, then it becomes your revolution. That's what I did with Lemonade. I took the pain of betrayal, doubt, abandonment, and turned it into something so powerful that it resonated with millions of people around the world. Now I want you to think about your own pain. How can you use it? How can you transform it into something bigger than you ever imagined? Here's the way. Write your story in your own way, with your own voice. It could be in a journal, in a song, in a new project, in a new version of you. But express it. Free it. Shout to the world who you are. Feel everything without fear. Have you noticed how the most remarkable works in history are those that overflow with emotion? That's because pain that is not expressed consumes us. But pain that is transformed into art heals us. Use your pain as fuel. Betrayal tried to weaken you, but what if you used it to build something unbreakable? A new mindset, a new style, a new way of seeing life. Everything that tried to destroy you can become your greatest source of strength. Now do this exercise with me. Take a piece of paper and write, I am greater than my pain. I am a masterpiece under construction. Read this sentence. Feel it inside you, because this truth needs to echo in your soul. In the next chapter, we will talk about rebirth. The woman you were is behind you. Now it's time to give life to your new version, more powerful, more indomitable, more yours than ever. But first, if you could transform your pain into something incredible, what would it be? Tell me here in the comments. I want to know. What if I told you that the woman you were before the betrayal no longer exists? The pain was so intense, so deep, that it changed everything. And you know what? This is not the end. This is a rebirth. Betrayal hurts. It tears. It tears. It destroys illusions, shatters certainties, and even makes us doubt who we are. But do you know what else it does? It makes room for something new, for a version of you that doesn't accept less than what you deserve. A woman who doesn't bow to fear. A woman who understands that this pain wasn't a punishment, it was a portal to her true essence. I've been there. When my trust was broken, I only had two options: become a hostage to the hurt, or transform myself into the most powerful version of myself. I chose to be reborn not as a victim, but as the owner of my own story. And now, you have that choice too. You can continue to carry this pain, or you can use it as fuel to become unshakable. You can let betrayal define who you are, or you can use it to rebuild yourself with a power that no one will ever ignore again. Because here's the truth. The woman who emerges after pain is a phenomenon. How to rise from the ashes. Separate yourself from your old version. Look back. You are no longer that woman who trusted blindly, who accepted crumbs, who settled for less than she deserved. Now you know your worth, and nobody will take that away from you. Rebuild yourself with intention. Who is this new woman you are creating? What does she accept? What will she never tolerate again? How does she live, love, position herself? Write it down. Feel it. Be that woman starting today. Dress like this new version. The way you present yourself changes everything. Firm posture, intense gaze, unforgettable presence. Have you ever seen a queen lower her head? No. So raise your chin, take your position, Now close your eyes and visualize this powerful woman you are becoming. See how she moves. See the respect she commands. She is waiting for you. Now tell me, what is the first thing this new version of you will never accept again? I want to know in the comments. In the next chapter, we will talk about the magnetism of the woman who rebuilds herself. After the fall comes the shine, and the world will have to see you as you deserve. Have you ever noticed how some women walk into a room and without saying a word, all the attention turns to them? It's not just beauty, it's not money, it's not status, it's presence, it's magnetism. And here's the secret. This magnetism is born when a woman rebuilds herself, when she survives chaos, when she takes the pieces of pain and turns them into a throne, when she understands that nothing can bring her down. Did betrayal try to break you? Great, because now you don't need to beg for love, for respect, for recognition. You know who you are, and this certainty is so powerful that before you even open your mouth, the world already feels your presence. What makes a reborn woman simply irresistible? 1. She carries the energy of I know who I am. She doesn't ask for validation. She doesn't seek approval. She exists so strongly that everything around her automatically aligns. Her gaze, her voice, her walk. Everything says, I am an event. 2. She doesn't accept crumbs, and the universe responds. When a woman decides she won't accept less than she deserves, everything changes. If an environment doesn't value her, she leaves. If someone doesn't respect her, she cuts them off. The result? The whole world adapts to her level. 3. She doesn't hide anymore. The time for diminishing yourself is over. Now you speak firmly. You walk with purpose. You look people in the eye without fear. Your place in the world doesn't need to be conquered. It's already yours. And now, I want you to make a commitment to me. Starting today, you will walk with the posture of a woman who has been reborn. You will dress like the queen you have become. You're going to stop hiding and start dominating, because the world can no longer ignore you. In the next chapter, we're going to seal this transformation. The new woman that was born inside you is ready to take what's hers, without fear, without doubts, without excuses. But first, tell me, in the comments, what's the first thing your new version will conquer? Stop. Look back for a second. Look at everything you've overcome. The pain, the betrayal, the doubt. Everything tried to bring you down. Everything tried to make you doubt your own worth. But look at you now, standing tall, stronger, more intense. You didn't survive. You were reborn. The old you, gone. That woman who accepted less, who questioned herself, who put other people's feelings above her own, she doesn't exist anymore. Now there's a new woman, a woman who knows who she is, who carries her story with pride, who will never bow down for anyone again. You are now unbreakable, and the world needs to learn to deal with that. But what does it mean to be unbreakable? 1. You don't need validation. You are the validation. Before, maybe you waited for someone to tell you that you are enough. Now, you know it always was. 2. You understand that rejection is not a loss, it's protection. When someone doesn't value you, it's not you who loses. It's that person who loses the privilege of having you around. 3. You never hide again. No more putting yourself down. No more apologizing for being who you are. Now you can walk into any place knowing that you belong wherever you want. And now? What are you going to do with this power? Because believe me, there are only 2 paths. Go back to your old ways or dive headfirst into your new era. And I already know which one you're going to choose. Because unbreakable women don't back down. They move forward. So let's seal this together. Write in the comments, I am unbreakable. Repeat this. Believe this. Live this. Because from Now on, the world will have to see you the way you deserve. And this is just the first page of your rise.